Hello everybody. United States lights. Nights under the lights. And well, Cabo Verde are in the round of 60 of the World Cup for the first time. And this is going to be huge. Two teams looking to make the quarterfinals for the first time ever. And tonight, well, the United States and Cabo Verde both in with a shout of making history. 90 minutes awaits these two sides. Well then, this has just been an incredible few weeks. The United States and Cape Verde, Fries, Robinson, Ream, Richardson, Serginho Dest, Weah, Adams, McKennie and Pulisic, Tillman and Valerian Balogun start up front tonight for the United States. Look out for Brendan Aronson and Pepe on the bench. Giovanni Reina also proving to be a useful ally on the bench too. But some big changes for the United States coming through the tournament. Well, Cabo Verde, the last lowest ranked side left in the competition and really looking to make a stand tonight. Who do you really have your money on against the hosts? Well, the oldest man in the competition still left, Vozinha, starting goal, Cabral, Lopez, Costa, Duarte, Kevin Lini, Semedo, Akango, Livramento starts up front with Mendes on the right wing. Duarte in there as well. Montiero, Da Costa, Rodriguez on the bench too. A big night for Cabo Verde as they come in looking to make the quarterfinals for the very first time. It will be a quarterfinal against Austria as well. So this could be a fairy tale run unless the United States have anything to say about it in their home World Cup. Adams onto Tillman. All the story's been about Vozinha. A 40-year-old keeper. He's been one of the veterans of the game. When I was born, he was just starting his career. And here is Tillman. Oh! And there's the first save from Vozinha. Had to push it over the bar. And well, Mauricio Pochettino. He doesn't normally look like that. He looks like Simon Cowell, but here's Willy Semedo. Here's Cabral. Cabo Verde looking to try and start nice and early here. Lenini. Ryan. Down to Wagner. Costa. Keep an eye for Christian Pulisic tonight. The Milan right-sided forward. He's going to be key for the United States. Of course, the game we covered in the group stages of the United States was against Australia on match day 2, and they drew that game. Tight one. Australia got the last-minute equaliser to really peg back the United States' momentum. They still finished top of the group, but it was a tight one at the end of the day. And Tim Ream knocks that behind for a corner kick for Cabo Verde. Well, some of you are probably looking at where Cabo Verde is. It's a group of islands off the west of the African peninsula. Cindy Cabral. Oh, Semedo hits the crossbar. Costa follows it in. And Cape Verde score. Costa has put Cape Verde ahead. And the fairy tale dream is continuing. Matt Fries couldn't do anything about it. The original header against the crossbar, and it just fell perfectly for Costa, who nodded it home. And Serginho Dest could do nothing about that at the back. Pochettino's furious, and Cape Verde, well, might just become more than islands off the peninsula. McKennie knocked into Balogun. Oh! Dreamy finish. The United States are back on level terms, and Valerian Balogun questions whoever is offside, but that's a brilliant goal. Oh. It takes some skill and some technical ability to do that. On the turn, that's finishing the best. That's probably one of the best finishes we've seen so far in the World Cup. Here's Kevin Lanini again. Cabo Verde are looking to try and get back in front again. This is going to be a hard ask against the hosts, but the momentum works in mysterious ways. Here's Ryan lobbing it into the area. Tyler Adams heads it clear. Tillman headed forward, and it's becoming an aerial battle that Cape Verde have won. Duarte into Arcano. Livramento. And across on the left hand side, Arcano. And lay it across for Livramento in the box, but Adams got in the way again. Tillman into Balogun. Anthony Robertson. Here's Tillman. He scored actually against Australia in that opening fixture. Lenini. Robinson knocking it on for Weah. Wanya P. Costa into Lenini again. Arcano. Duarte. Cabral into... well, wasn't quite to beat. And Duarte gets the ball back again, and Cape Verde on the run again once more. Here's Semedo. Oh, drifting all the way through! Cape Verde answer the call, and Semedo scores. Cape Verde then lead here against the United States, and this round of 16 tie is really starting to hot up now. Right on the stroke of half time, that's really thrown Pochettino's plans into the blender. Well then, how do the United States respond? I'm sure Donald Trump is watching in his Mar-a-Lago residence. I'm sure he's not happy with what he's seen so far. He's probably even never heard of Cape Verde. But at the half-time break then, well, Tillman's had a slow day at the office, so I think that might be unfair for him. He's had a go, but it's not been his best effort so far. At the half-time break then, the United States 1, Cape Verde 2. Well then, 45 minutes down already, and Cape Verde are set for her historic World Cup quarter-final. I don't think we've seen a debutant in recent memory, especially in my lifetime, reach a quarter-final. This is probably just as shocking as Ghana in 2010. Kevin Lenini. Canio. That Fries. Well handled down the middle. Here's Valerian Balogun again. Tillman. Vozinha. If he's going to make any big important saves, now's the time. Here's Weah. Adams playing it forward. Kevin Lenini. And now Cape Verde are on again. If you are interested, this is not sponsorship, but considering they pay my wages, we do some fantastic holidays to Cape Verde if you're interested. Definitely worth the visit if you ever get the chance to go out to Cape Verde. Bit of a long flight from the UK, but it is definitely worth it. Ball across the box and Fries gets there first. Cape Verde have half an hour left to hold on. Unless Tillman can do something here. Here's Pulisic. Down for Valerian Balogun again. Back to Pulisic. Down the right hand side. USA have opened. Tillman scores. That didn't take long. I was saying they just had to hold on, but it's just not quite turned out to be. Great goal from the United States. And they're back on level terms against Cape Verde. Poor from Vozinha. Just in the wrong time. Wrong place. Well, the 40-year-old keeper couldn't keep that one out with all his wisdom and experience. Da Costa coming on now for Cape Verde. Well, oh well, oh well. Canio into Da Costa. Change up front for Cape Verde. Lenini. Ryan into Lenini again. Canio into Duarte. Semedo. Da Costa and Canio having a go. That Fries will say thank you very much and take that into his gloves. Here's Timothy Weah. Well, I think the whole world is probably going to be cheering for Cape Verde today. Minus the United States. Here's Robinson. Whipped into the area looking for Balogun, and it's gone astray and clear. Pulisic knocking it back for Serginho Dest. McKennie dispossessed by Cabral. And now Cape Verde can run. Or can they? They ran into traffic. Canio. Brought forward for Da Costa. And Chris Richards gets in the way. We've seen shocks in the past here on Westy TV. This could be one of them. Cape Verde have been in control, but United States looking dangerous. Here's Anthony Robinson now for the United States. And Lopez at the right place at the right time. Tim Ream coming off. Roldan on. There's a Cape Verde change too. Lenini coming off. I think it's for Duarte. There's a second Duarte on, of course. Knocked into the box. Canio. That's dangerous. Very dangerous play. Laros Duarte. First two Duartes on the pitch. You've got Deroy and you've got... here's Tillman. United States looking to build. And, well, I wouldn't expect this to go to penalties. We've had penalties so far. Spain and Austria, of course, was the most notable. Austria winning on penalties in the... Balogun! Spilled by Vozinha. Hold on, boys. We're in for a cracker. Cabral, down the left-hand side we go. Here's McKennie. Serginho Dest. Headed out and clear. A minute added on. That's it. Extra time's going to be looming now for the United States and Cabo Verde. What a half of football we've seen. And this is not going to end here. Full time then. USA 2, Cape Verde 2. Welcome back, everybody. Second half underway. Oh, sorry. Well, not the second half. Extra time underway. I always do that when it gets to extra time. Forgive me. United States then to put Brendan Aronson on. Pulisic into Dest. Right hand side, dangerous look for United States. Okay, Verde, Balogun for Xenia. Oh my word, what a save! I want to repeat that save. That was incredible from Vazinia. There's another Instagram follower on your list. Weah comes out. Cabral heads it away. Tyler Adams, Richards, Serginho Dest, Anthony Robinson. Here's Anthony Robinson again. United States trying to work it round. Pulisic. Chip forward and looking for McKennie, but it's gone behind. Didn't look too promising from the United States, and it almost looks like as if Lopez got a touch on that. I'm not sure it's gone behind for a corner. It hasn't. Well, Cape Verde have taken the lead twice. They could take a lead a third time, but the USA have been chasing it all game long. They've never really been ahead. It's confirmed now that it would be either Austria or Colombia in that quarter-final. Here's Duarte. Montero. Da Costa. Cut out by Richards. Fideli and Balogun, and Adams is on the ball now. It's probably the last action of this half. That's it for the time being. Half time and extra time. It's still all the scores level. And we will be going to penalties. If the deadlock's not broken in 15 minutes, penalties await these two sides. And I think this could get interesting. Half time and extra time. 2-2 the score. Welcome back, everybody. Second half of extra time underway. Got it right this time. Well, there is more to do in Cape Verde. Another 15 more minutes to hang on and maybe have a crack at goal. Moyera. Duarte. We don't really know about Cape Verde and penalties. I think the only real chance they've had is probably against Cameroon. Here's Timothy Weah knocking it forward for Balogun again. United States starting to roar. And a foul is given. Free kick for the United States. In a very dangerous position for Cape Verde to defend. And Anthony Robinson will have a crack off the left-hand side. Ball coming in. And Lopez heads it clear. Job done for one moment. Now Robinson. 5 more minutes. Oh, come on. The United States are so slow to try and get the ball in the box. Robinson into McKennie, and it's wide of the mark. And the Juventus midfielder will not have a chance there. Well then. Montero. Coming up on the 1:20 mark. 1 minute added on. Here's Aronson. We're well into the added time now. Played in. Adams! Stuffs his lines. We're going to penalties. And the United States are going to have to hold their breath. Will Vazinia be up to his usual saving antics? Or will the United States proceed on? Full time in extra time. 2-2 the score. United States at Cape Verde level after 120 minutes. Here we go then. Florian Balogun with the first penalty for the United States. Good penalty. To the left-hand side. Here's Da Costa now. Against Matt Fries. Saved by Fries. Robinson. Up against Vazinia. Almost for Vazinia. Ryan now the captain for Cape Verde. Fries went the right way, but it was just too low for him. Here's Aronson now. Up against Vazinia. Cool as you like. Down the middle. Montero. Good penalty from Cape Verde. 3-2 the score now. Weston McKennie. Missed a couple of chances. Doesn't miss this one. 4-2 the score. If Cape Verde missed this, if Cabral misses this one, Cape Verde go home. What do you reckon then? Saved by Fries! The United States are in the quarterfinals for the first time in the modern era. And it will be Colombia or Austria in their quarterfinal affair in New York. Cape Verde will finish the World Cup as the only unbeaten team in normal time. What an incredible result this is for them. What a World Cup it's been. And Cape Verde go home with their heads held high. The United States march on with freedom into the quarterfinals. United States 2, Cape Verde 2, full time, USA on penalties.